Hello, everyone. This is Storm, and welcome to the SADL Season 1 Finals. We're finally here after 13 weeks of competition. Technically, this is the 13th week, but either way, we have the SADL Finals. And I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm glad that this season has, went all the way through. We did have some hiccups, we had some challenges, but here we are. The finals are here. It's me, me, myself, yours truly, coach of the Baltimore Bullet Punches, versus the Minnesota Glowkings, coached by Board Addict, who had a phenomenal playoff run getting this far, had some tough matches against some tough opponents, inked his way out. He's been fighting hard. Glad to see him here. Now, of course, I did play Board Addict earlier in the season. This is a rematch. Something I kind of wanted to avoid. Part of the reason being is personally feel like when rematching in this league, it like at least for me personally, mentally, it's just like you may have beat this person because I did beat Board Addict when I played him in week 3. When you even though you beat that person, first off, you get to know how good they are, right? You instantly know, and you know like all the things that win that battle, and all the things that could have went wrong, and all the things that went right for you personally, whether it was hacks or just maybe he made a misplay, et cetera, et cetera. So you kind of have that feel for that, and also you're battling with the same team, so you have to make those decisions when you're team building. You have to figure out what you're going to do differently, what you're going to bring, what you're going to use, because there are things like that my opponent brought against me that I was able to beat. And if he just happens, even though it's like, oh well, that's expected, if he brings that again and I don't have what it takes to beat it this time, obviously that's a very negative thing for me. So that's kind of in one of the reasons why I wasn't too thrilled about having a rematch. I wanted to play somebody new, so it'd be a brand new experience. But at the end of the day, he played. He did what he needed to get here. So obviously, we're going to have our rematch here. As you can see, his team is on the right as always. I will scroll down so you can see his terror captains. Very good terror captains for my opponent. And I'm going to break down my team that I'll be bringing into this match. So of course we have our Dragapult, the star, been one of our crucial members of the season so far. We wouldn't be complete without it in the finals match. I'm gonna bring a bit of a different set this time. Last time we had a spec set, and it kind of just broke through a lot of his team. Um, this week we're bringing a Dragon Dance set with Dragon Fang, so we get that extra power on the Dragon Darts, and Infiltrator to get past any screens or substitutes my opponent might try to bring. Phantom Force to hit mainly Hattery. That's kind of the big target we want to hit with that. And can also hit some of his anything that he brings that might Terra Steel, or I probably won't stay in on the Scissor unless I know I could kill it, but obviously like that as well. But mainly we're going to be hitting that Dragon Dart. Just have that Phantom Force so we're not walled by Hattery. Substitute so we can, dodge some status or take advantage of a switch or something like that. Having that sub is really nice in that situation. And then we have next we have our Primarina. This is going to be our main check to Chi-Yu. Last time we brought a fully special defensive set. This is an assault vest set with no investment because we actually have more special defense, and we're allowed to be a little more offensive, which I absolutely love with this Primarina set. Obviously, she's been our MVP this season, so we're going to have her here. Surf being our strongest move, of course, hits things like the Chi-Yu, the Gliscor, the Scissor, things like that really hard. Draining Kiss to keep ourselves healthy. Psychic Noise mainly for Terra, Poison, Quagsire. Obviously, a Terra Poison Quagsire with Water Absorb can kind of sit in front of Primarina and not take a lot from either of our stabs. So having that Psychic Noise, being able to do pretty big damage to it, as well as stop it from healing, is really nice. Flip turn for momentum, so we can pivot in and out as we need. And then we have a little bit of speed. I believe this outspeeds unboosted things like Serena, unboosted, or not unboosted Serena, min speed Serena, min speed Iron Thorn, some of his slower Pokemon like a Scissor if he doesn't have any speed on it, which Scissor most likely will be bullet punching us anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But you know what I'm saying? Just to be faster than some things. Still packing a punch, though, with that investment in special attack. And then we have our Zapdos here. Heavy duty boots. Last time we brought Rocky Helmet to kind of punish physical attackers. Running heavy duty boots because I don't want to say this team is weak to hazards, but I don't trust this team being able to handle hazards. So we're kind of trying to get around that. Volt Switch, obviously. Heat Wave, mainly for the Scissor. This is a big Scissor check for us. That Pokemon is very dangerous for our team. Thunder Wave, of course, spread that around. You know how much we love getting that paralysis. And Roost to keep ourselves healthy. Pretty simple set right here. Faster than most of his slower Pokemon that are unboosted. I think faster than faster than Adamant Max Speed Scissor, so we're always faster than it if you'll try to knock us off. Next up, we're bringing Earthworm, who was not in our last game that we played against the Minnesota Glowkings. But I feel like this is a pretty good Pokemon. It sits on things like Gliscor for the most part, can eat hits from things like mainly this Iron Thorns with its Dragon Dancing, which is a big problem for our team last time. We kind of sit on it and boost with Coil. Gets up rocks, can kind of eat a hit from things like Scissor, Mienshao, Serena. A lot of his physical attackers completely like sits on Sandslash Alola if he decides to bring that. Even like his Muck doesn't do well into it. So being able to do good against those Pokemon is very important for us, as well as just having rocks. And then we have a Choice Scarf Iron Shards, a very different set we bought last time. And this is kind of like something I feel like I'm in my bag with a little bit, something kind of creative and interesting that I might not see coming. Very important for this Pokemon because it's faster than a lot of his faster Scarfers, things like Chi-Yu, Mienshao, faster than like +1 Iron Thorns, +1 Serena. Basically, most of his team boosted. Obviously, he does have some Pokemon that are slightly faster. We have to watch out for them. But being faster than them and being able to revenge kill them and hit them really hard with that Earthquake, having Ice Spinner, mainly for the Gliscor, the Tornado Therian, stuff like that. Knock off just to get rid of some items and Rapid Spin to clear hazards. Very important member of our team, and I feel like it's something he may not see coming. And he definitely won't see our last Pokemon coming. We have the Devil Haunter coming off of the bench. Had one match and it didn't do anything. Unfortunately, I really wish it could have had a chance, but we kind of just cleaned up very well in that match. So unfortunately, Haunter didn't get to do much, but I felt like it had a chance in this game, mainly because it does so well with this particular set into a lot of my opponent's defensive Pokemon. It has that. It kind of sits on that Gliscor. Can't really touch it, especially like without tearing. It can't poison us. It has to have knockoff basically to affect us. Being able to sit on it and hex it, this spell tag modest max special attack hex going to do a lot of damage. It does more damage than Gliscor's hex does, which is kind of crazy. Not Gliscor, sorry, Dragapult hex. So being able to hex that Gliscor, Terra Electric Thunderbolt for the Aloe. If the Quagsire is not unaware, then it just gets eaten up by Nasty Plot Hex or Nasty Plot Thunderbolt. Kind of the same thing where it can't touch us because it's going to be relying heavily on that Earthquake damage. Does really well into a lot of his bulkier Pokemon. Unfortunately, his offensive Pokemon do pretty well into it, but if we can catch one of them on the Switch, that'd be huge. We're rocking the Terra Electric too, interestingly enough, to eat like knockoffs from Mienshao. I thought I'd make it Terra Fighting, which is one of the Terra types I have for it, but I go with Terra Electric because at least we'd be neutral. So like we could eat a Mienshao knockoff, eat a Serena knockoff, I think. So eating like things like that, and we're even faster than like Serena and Iron Thorns, and we can burn them because we have the speed invest to be faster than them. So that's really good. This one kind of handles a lot of different things at once, and hopefully I'll get to put in some work. I kind of didn't know what to put for my last slot. I really didn't. I didn't know because like I didn't want to bring like Clodsire or Uxie. I feel like they potentially are dead weight, too bulky. I feel like Weavile just wasn't going to do much this game, so I really wasn't sure what like if maybe Revavroom, but I feel like Revavroom just gets too many bulky physical Pokemon. I really needed that heavy special hit in the back, especially with Dragapult being physical this week. So I think that this is the team. I have confidence in it. Hopefully it works out. Um, and yeah, I will see you guys in the match. The finals are here. I'm nervous, excited. I'm ready to go. So I will see you guys when the match starts. All right. So looking at this, first thing I noticed, no Chi-Yu. That's both good and bad. Obviously, Chi-Yu is something that we kind of struggle with, or potentially struggle with. We do see the Regidrago. So three or four Mons I really expected. The Raikou I thought could come very easily, and the Drago was a possibility as well. Me and Shally brought finally. I say finally because I have no clue why he hasn't been bringing it. Either way, I think we start. I feel like Empress is just a great start into my opponent. He doesn't have a lot of things that do well into it. Has to really bring that Raikou to do well. So, Raikou potentially very threatening though. I don't have a lot of Pokemon that deal with it. As far as like switching into it, obviously switching into a Aura Sphere is not something we want to do. So we'll see how this goes. Mm. I think we lead Empress. I think Empress is the safest lead. There's a good chance he leads Gliscor. Gliscor and Mienshao, I can see being his lead. Haunter has potential. Haunter has potential being faster than three of his Pokemon. So we do see the Mienshao. I kind of want to flip turn here. Yeah, because he's going to U-turn. That looks banded. I want to flip turn here though for the momentum. I could have potentially surfed or draining kissed. If he gets in Scizor, which is kind of what I expected, that's a good switch by me. Um, I'm gonna go Zapdos here, and I'm just gonna fire off the Heat Wave. He should switch. His best switching is this, and if I can burn this, no burn. Okay, unfortunate there, no burn. If I could have burned that, that would have been huge. He'll probably try to get up his rocks here. That's perfectly fine. Hmm. I kind of want to get up my rocks, but I also want to try a saucy body press to catch something coming in. But we'll just stealth rock here. We see the Aloe come in, which is kind of what I expected. Uh, don't have a lot of safe switches to the Aloe. If he just flip turns, that's really bad bringing in Prim on just the flip turn. But I kind of want to do it just to see what happens. He scalds immediately. No burn. He gets the burn. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But we need Prim. We need Prim a lot less in this game due to the fact that he has no Chi-Yu. This thing looks fully specially defensive. We see a Mirror Coat come out. That's some cool tech by him. I fuck with it. We're going to flip turn, though. So Empress is very limited in this game, and I'm fine with that, really. Getting rocks up is huge, though. He just has too much bolt. I'm going to go Haunter here, see what he does. Oh, he flip turns. This is not good. He's getting all the momentum he needs. I've like my options in the back, but I need to figure out how to break his team. Because the thing is, he doesn't care that much about hazard. Like his hazard situation is much better than mine. I wonder what he'll go into. It's very unfortunate that flip turn. I should have healed up some more, but he's very specially bulky, which I think it has huge potential for Dragapult in the end game. We see the Raikou come out. Pressure. Um, hmm, hmm. This is my best chance. I kind of want to sack Empress. As terrible as that is, I kind of want to do it because I feel like that's going to be one of my best options moving forward. Um, but it's just too much. Hmm. I think I hex here. He scalds. Mm. He made a good play there. Um, but unfortunately, I have to let that drop. Um, anyways, I think I come here and I substitute. I try to play for game here. See what he does. Yeah, this is a tough match. He prepped well. The mirror coat, that's a good adjustment from last game. Unfortunately, uh, losing Polt sucks a lot. I mean, not losing Polt. This is a pretty free Phantom Force. He tries to knock off. No, we do a lot there. He'll knock off. Probably expect a bullet punch here. I'm limiting my health on a lot of things. Unfortunately, it really really sucks. We see another knockoff there. Very interesting play by him. Um, I just have to heat wave though. Get some good damage there. We see the poison heal. At some point, I'm gonna. This is just tough. This is just tough. This is just tough. Yeah, I have the options to break Aloe, but I really wasn't expecting that. See what he goes for here. He goes straight into the Aloe, which is fine. Um, I kind of want to coil. He's not. He's going to scald. Oh, he flip turns. That's huge. That's huge for me. That's huge for me. That flip turn is huge for me. He likely goes Raikou, and I'm very interested to see what this Raikou set is. I've already revealed the sub Dragapult though, which is so bad. I don't know if this Raikou is specs. Ugh. I have a knot in my stomach right now. He prepped well. He prepped well. He prepped well. I have to hand it to him. He's making a lot of really good plays. He's probably calking his Raikou right now, is actually what I imagine he's doing. Either that or he's calking Mian Chow. Either one, though, he's definitely calking those. Sucks losing the Haunter, but I just didn't have a play. Like, I could have went Polt and risked the burn because it's Scald, which I'm glad he brought. Um, I don't have enough. I don't have enough momentum either. That's a big thing I don't have is momentum going into this game, unfortunately. If I lose, I lose. It's very much a deserved game. He definitely calced this Aura Sphere that's coming out here. Um, oh, we see a Volt Switch. That is that is a ton, but something is taking a lot from this body press. Yeah. So we're gonna heavy slam. Could be a throw if he goes Aloe, but I want a heavy slam here. Um, I'm just trying to break his team. Oh my god, the rocks! Not being able to clear these rocks. Oh, I should have. I should have hit it again. Should have definitely hit it again. Should have definitely got off another. Okay, so he sacks the scissor here. That's pretty good. No, it doesn't die. No, no. Oh, we're faster. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. We're faster. Okay, cool. So we keep Hermit on the field a little bit longer. Um, Getting rid of scissor is huge. Obviously, it's big for us. Um, we see this come back out. Okay, so mm, mm, mm. I see the Aura Sphere coming. I see it coming. How much did his last Volt Switch do? 53? Or does he Thunderbolt? No, he Thunderbolts. Okay. He Thunderbolts there. Okay. That's perfectly fine. I need to get these rocks off the field, though. Need to get the rocks off the field. He's going to go this. I wonder if he tries to rock again, fearing that I am. Oh, no. Ice Spinner there would have been a crazy play. I think it's a play I should have made. He Earthquakes on the Switch. That's insane. Oh my God. That was an insane play. He That was an insane play. That was an insane play. Okay, we might be able to clean up though. No more rocks on his side. Um, Pretty free justice switch. If he flip turns, that's great by him, but he's gonna scald. Yep, that's okay. This thing is pressure. We know that. Or do I? I think I roost. I think I have to roost. I think I have to roost. He gets the burn there. Uh, Having that earthquake play by him was insane because I could have easily had ice spinner. Um, okay, does he flip turn here? He mirror coats. Interesting. Interesting. I'm thunder waving. I'm gonna thunder wave something. If he goes Raikou, uh, It's an interesting scenario for us because that kind of gives us a free Dragon Dance. We do get the para. See Ice Beam. Interesting. I'm Heat Waving. See what he switches into. We miss. He gets the flip turn. Oh, that's the worst case scenario. He gets Raikou for free. He gets Raikou for free. I can click Earthquake for free, but he prepped well. I mean, I keep saying it, but it's true. I mean, I prepped pretty decently too. That mirror coat was definitely a crazy play by him because it did so much damage to Empress. Like I'm not max special attack obviously, but I have a lot of special attack, and that did nothing. And his mirror coat did so much to me. It's kind of insane. Anyways, he gets this in for free. He's probably clicking Ice Move here. We'll see the triple axle. Do we get a para? No para. Okay. Yeah. And I can't buy any luck, unfortunately. Um, yeah. Wow. All I can do is click Earthquake, pray for crits, pray for big damage, but that's a big liability here. Stalled, no burn. Dude, yeah, I'm getting it's unfortunate because like I don't want to say I'm losing to hacks, but I'm getting cooked by hack. I mean, it's at that point where he's gotten 3 burn. Like I don't want to blame it on hacks. Don't be wrong. He had great prep. He has great prep. I want to emphasize this. This is amazing prep by him. But for him to get all of those burns that he needs, is just really bad. And that live. Oh my god, I cannot believe +1 heavy slam didn't do. I mean, it didn't matter. But does he not? Is this scarf? Does he not know? Oh my god, he's scarf. Wow. That's GG. Shadow Ball is gonna kill. Yep. So unfortunately, out prepped and out hacked. Um, Going back at it, um, not hazard. So hazard clear was something I seriously thought about. Um, because I knew that if he got a lot of hazards up, I couldn't like deal with that. Um, like because my only thing was to rapid like I had to rapid spin on a scarf mod. That's obviously not great. Um, So like I have to rapid spin on that. He doesn't have spin blockers, but it puts me in a bad position because he switched to his glide score. That earthquake play by him was actually nuts because his glide score just dies there, and I have a +1. The Scarf Raikou is kind of insane. Not gonna lie. I'm surprised he brought Scarf Raikou. I feel like that's I don't want to say it's bad into my team, but I have a lot of bulk on my team. I've shown the bulk before, so it's there. The Shadow Ball, that's good prep. Um, Yeah, I just and the hacks. Like I'm not gonna blame hacks. That's the reason I lost. I've gotten plenty lucky in my run, but all three of those burns suck. Like all three of them are terrible. For my situation. Obviously, I think this Raikou just won at the end anyways. Once I lost everything, uh, it kind of went well into my team. It's kind of was the MVP really, but just an unfortunate game. I was put into a lot of tough situations early on. Was basically forced to get rid of the Haunter, which I felt like did good into him. Really and truthfully, I think it was great into his team potentially. No Chiyu bring, which is cool because, like I said, I kind of have the ultimate Chiyu stopper. But just a unfortunate not getting any luck that I needed. Which hey, like at the end of the day, I'm not going to be like, bro, I need luck to win. I get that. Like yeah, obviously. I don't want to be that person, but and just not getting the luck, any kind of luck that I needed, and just the prep, really good prep by him, and some pretty crazy plays down the stretch there. I think. Um, just unfortunate that I couldn't get up. I couldn't get my win cons up. The Scarf Raikou kind of goes crazy really into that. So very unfortunate. Congrats to Board Addict. He had a great season. He had a crazy run. getting in the playoffs obviously getting in the playoffs because of Bernie disappearing on us. I don't know. We haven't heard from Bernie in a few weeks. I hope he's okay. But him getting into playoffs because of that, and then just going on this run, really good for him. Obviously, I'm proud. I was going to be proud of. I mean, I was going to be excited whether I won or not, just because it's the season. I mean, it's just this is something I worked hard for. It's something all of my coaches worked hard for. I'm so glad. Um, I've had some of them say how much better they've gotten at Pokemon, how much better, uh, like more confident they've gotten, how much they've learned, some things that they didn't know that they've learned. Like I love that. So obviously, I'm super excited that the season was a success. We have crowned our first ever SADL champion, and much deserved, much earned. I mean, like I said, a crazy run, especially these last two games. I think beating the two top seeds, coming in crazy, just good prep. He caught me on a lot of angles I wasn't expecting. So, anyways, GG's for Board Addict. Um, he deserves it. He really does. So, with that being said, I will see you all probably later this week. I'll have a live stream for the end of season awards. I haven't been able to get to them because I've been super, 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 super busy. So, anyways, end of season awards will be next. And until then, guys, stick around. If you've been following along, stick around for season two. It will be coming in a few weeks. I'm going to take like a little break, little break from like everything league related. That was my plan. Like, regardless if I won this or not, it's not because I lost. That was my plan. And then I was just going to then start to work on the next season and then come through with the next season. So, anyways, GG's the Board Addict. Thank you to all my coaches who are participating. If you're watching this video, I love you guys, and I will see you guys with the end of season rewards, and that'll be it for SADL content. I will probably be trying to make some content. I do have some stuff I want to do non SADL related. We'll see how that goes though. But until then, guys, be safe, everybody. Alrighty, so I'm here with Board Addict, officially the season one SADL champion. First off, how does it feel?
Feels good, man. This is the first draft league I've actually played in to completion, so
Okay,
it's nice to actually go all the way.
that's good. That's good. So obviously I was your opponent, so
Yeah.
it's a little different than like if I was just spectating and I was interviewing you afterwards. What was I guess what was some of the things you prepped really well. If you watch my video, my live reaction, like I was like, this is some pretty good prep. Like I would say I wasn't expecting it because I think you're one of the more creative coaches we've had really this season, but what were some things that like I guess you were like I in your mind you were like this is what I'm bringing this specifically because I know it's going to be like something I'm not expecting. What are some things that like you think you brought that would catch me off guard and worked or may not have worked?
I mean, first of all, I appreciate that. Like, that's one of the fun things about draft league to me is just coming up with like those more unorthodox sets.
Yeah,
But I feel like if I had to pick just something that's like really out of the box, the me and Shao I didn't get to show off a whole lot. Like that was one of the first sets I put together, and I really liked that one. But as per usual, the Aloma Mola just did so much work. Like
yeah,
that might be the MVP of my team, low key.
yeah. I
It's
think
just such a good Gloomon.
it's been very good. And I think it's kind of crazy. I put it so low because Alola Mola doesn't do anything besides be fat. Like that's everybody knows what Alola Mola is doing. It's coming in, it's eating hits, it's flip turning out, it's scalding things. Like occasionally like the wish passing. That's something creative that you've done a
Yup.
lot. Um, and we just saw the mirror coat. Obviously, that's
The
something
mirror coat was
that
massive.
was something that caught me off guard because I was like, "Oh, he must be specially defensive." It did like nothing to you, and then the mirror coat came out. I'm like, that just did like a shit ton of damage. Were there
It did
any?
more than I was
It
expecting,
did,
honestly.
yeah.
Because
Like
like you
for
can't
as
calc that, you know?
yeah, yeah, for as little damage as it did to you, it did a shit ton to me. I was taken aback by that. I think that was a big play for me. That was just like, okay, I need to tighten up. Um,
Right.
any were there any plays during that match that like were just like a gotcha play? Like you read me, or you just felt like you knew exactly what I was going to do?
Hmm. Let's
I
see. I mean, the mirror coat was, I think, a big one because I'm like, there's no way he switches out on me. Like, this is always going to be some sort of attack coming out. I was half expecting, like, because I think Primarina really messed me up in our regular season match. So I'm like,
yeah
there's a possibility he goes for like some throat spray setup type stuff, or the psychic noise comes out again to stop the wish pass. So I'm
yeah
like, there's some sort of attack coming out here. This mirror coat could be big because I wanted to chip the Primarina. Like that kind of had to happen.
yeah. Obviously, it's been a very good Pokemon. It's been my MVP this season for sure.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
yeah, it's gone crazy. I feel like personally for me the Aloe, um, I've watched it do a lot of work this season. I've watched it like single handedly, basically win you games. Just
Oh yeah.
be a big nuisance to a lot of people. I felt like I prepped well for the Alola Moa, and for it to do that well into me, like stung a little bit because obviously I had the Prim, which the last time we played, the Prim did very well into the Aloe.
Yup.
I had Terra Electric on Haunter. I had
Mm,
obviously I had Zapdos, which has electric stab. Um,
right.
and even like I felt like my Polt, you didn't get to see it. It was Dragon Dance, Dragon Fang, and
That's what I figured.
I felt like this
Yeah.
thing, like at +1 or 2, is probably blowing this Olomola to hell. So I think I felt like I was equipped for it, but just I felt like I just got off my game too much personally. Like that mirror coat was big because I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Like I go into anything, and it gets burned. you got, by the way,
I got
were you
so lucky with
you
the
were 3 for
burns.
3 on Scald burns, I think, or maybe no,
I'm
maybe
pretty sure I was, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh god, I was like, I can't complain about hacks because obviously that's not the reason I'm losing, but this doesn't help. Like this
No, it
fucking
doesn't.
blows dick. I can't like yeah. I tell you one thing, that Scarf Raikou was something I didn't have a lot of things for, but I always knew I could revenge kills. Like Raikou wasn't going to beat me. I always knew that. Unfortunately, it
Right.
did because the Scarf Raikou, that's something I wasn't expecting at all. I totally expected to
Really?
either Calm Mind or Specs. And I was like, because I'm expecting
Mm.
like you to have the Scarf Mienshao again. Um,
I knew you would expect that, which is why I didn't. Because I was like, it's won me two straight playoff games.
yeah,
Like, there's no way this isn't prepped for.
yeah. So the Scarf, yeah, having that Scarf Raikou, just I didn't have great answers to it because unfortunately, it just, I mean, I don't know how much exactly it does to Prim. I was Assault Vest, so it probably ate
Mm,
both decently, but it wasn't like Prim can just sit on this Raikou. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um,
Yeah. Do you have the set for that? I kind of want to paste it in.
it's just it's max HP, no special defense investment.
Okay.
Prim with
Arena.
Assault Vest.
Yeah, max HP, no SPDEF with AV. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, I have a very small chance to two-hit KO, which, with rocks up was pretty
Guaranteed.
much going to happen, but oh no, really, even after rocks, it's a 99.6% chance to two-hit.
Not even
So,
100.
yeah, not
Um,
not quite 100.
yeah, so I felt like that bring was something I was like, I don't know if he'll bring it because like I'm working through like no Chiyu obviously was like I think Chiyu was something I wasn't worried about, but it's also like, well, here's the thing: if you bring Chiyu, I have to bring Prim, which Prim is probably going to come anyways because it does amazing. It's been a great
Oh yeah,
season, but it's like I have to bring Prim, and I have to make sure Prim is healthy enough to deal with Chiyu because nothing else on my team can deal with Chiyu outside of
right.
maybe potentially revenge killing it. So
Yep.
I was like, this is kind of unfortunate. This puts me in a bad spot. Um, so no Chiyu was kind of crazy. I knew Gliscor, I knew Aloe was going to come. I really expected your Quagsire to
Yeah.
come to potentially stop Prim because
I thought about it.
uh,
I
I,
really did.
I had the psychic noise on deck for that bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to shut it down. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because like the Gliscor thing felt weird. I mean, not the Gliscor, the Haunter thing felt weird. Because I
Yeah.
was like, it can sit on Gliscor, like Gliscor, Earthquake, Toxic, Hazards, Protect. You can't touch me. Terra Electric for
Right.
Aloe does a bunch. It's faster than Serena. It's faster than Iron Thorns. I can burn them. Anything that like if I get a chance to set up, anything that switches in is going to take a big hit. So I tried to make it
Yeah.
work, and I feel like that was kind of I don't say it was necessarily like a big hole in my game because it was just kind of like also that expendable member, and get rid
Right.
of to regain momentum. You kind of always have like one of those Pokemon in a match.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
I was like, gonna try that, and it's very unfortunate it didn't work out. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of some other things to really ask you about, not even just outside of this match. Through the season, how? Tell me about like your season, right? Like, because obviously you're part of 10 weeks is the minimum that anybody is playing. Besides
Right.
coaches who quit or whatever.
Yep.
Obviously, that. But for somebody who played a full season, 10 weeks is your minimum, and a lot happens in those 12 weeks. I mean, those 10 weeks. I mean, technically, you didn't
I
even
mean, it
qualify.
was,
You didn't even
you
qualify for
know,
playoffs. Bernie. Bernie died or something. I don't know where he is. I hope he's okay.
yeah.
By the way, I mentioned this at the
Hopefully
end.
he's all right.
I mentioned this at the end of the match. I was like, Bordak wasn't even in the playoffs. I lost to him. Now I feel bad for letting him in. No, I'm just kidding. But but he wasn't even in the playoffs, and now he wins the whole damn thing. But like obviously, you started off I think 2-0, and I think
Yep.
I don't know. Did you go 2-2 after my match? I'm pretty sure you played Manny, and I think Manny beat you. Pretty
Manny
sure.
did beat me.
Yeah.
There
So it
was
was
just a few different weeks because I don't think I ever lost by a landslide in any given week. It was just like
yeah.
small execution errors or prep errors where I'm like, okay, I can kind of pinpoint exactly what I need to fix here. So I feel like those losses like really helped kind of straighten out the way that I was preparing for matches going into playoffs. You still
Yeah.
there, by the
Yeah,
way?
yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I had something pop up on my phone. I want to look at it real quick.
Fair.
Um. So, anyways, so yeah. So going through, like, tell me like how it just felt like after starting off 2-0. I mean, really and truthfully, you were one of the people I was expecting to see in playoffs, and for you to
Right.
fall just short, and needing somebody to basically go disappear on us to make it. How did it feel like? Going 2-0, then losing your next two. I think you had like a tough loss to Brady. I think that might have been one of your toughest losses of the season. I think like
Oh yeah, what I missed
Ursaluna
like
tore you apart. Yeah, the
yeah,
focus
I missed
blast.
like
Yeah.
4 focus blasts. That was a tough. Yeah, that was a tough one. That one is like you kind of just have to shake your head because it's like, that for the most part that's just RNG doing you dirty. I mean,
Oh yeah.
obviously there were
That's how
times where I
Pokemon
could
works.
have, adjusted, but
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. So, but anyways, how did it
but
feel? Like what was your just mental through the season? Are you just like cooked? I'm done. Or are you just like I'm just gonna try the best I can? I know a few people who just kind of gave up after a few weeks. Not necessarily in the sense that
right.
they weren't going, they just weren't trying as hard. So I do know that happened to a few coaches. So anyways, but how was your mental? Like, what was your process?
I think at first it was kind of tough just in the sense that like I really felt like these games were close enough that they were absolutely winnable and that just kind of sucked. But, also realizing like it's not just like me who's trying to, predict and compete and like maximize my odds at winning. Like if I got beat, it means it's that either I was out prepped or I was out executed, and those are things that I can fix.
Yeah,
So I just kind of started looking at it as like, for a lot of parts, like sort of a team building exercise. Because towards the middle of the season, like just a lot of life stuff going on where I wasn't able to prep as much as I was early in the
I
season, where
got
I
you. I
could
got you. Yeah,
like spread out team building across a couple of days. It was more like, all right, I have like a couple hours to build this team tonight. Like, what's the best slash most creative team that I can put together in this stretch of time? So it kind of, helped me come up with some crazy sets too.
got you. All right, that's good. That's good. good adaptation because I know there were some
Right.
weeks where I wasn't able to do what I wanted, and I wasn't very confident in some of those weeks. Even this
Yup.
even this week I had a very busy week, and I was like, it's like, dude, I have a match to play. I have to prep.
Yup.
Obviously, it helps that it was somebody who I played already, so I kind of know their team a little bit more, and I know things I want to bring to
Right.
their team. But even then, it's very much like I I don't know. Like I don't, I'm not actually sitting here like piecing things together. So,
Yup.
yeah, unfortunately, that kind of just happens in the flow of the game. And I was kind of ready. I won't say ready for it to be over, but I was like, dude, I got one more week, do this stuff. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out, and then I can like no league for like 2 weeks, like nothing related to the league, and then start prepping for season two. That's like
Yes.
that was my mindset, and I'm like, I'm so ready to be done with this. I want to win. Obviously, I want to win.
Yeah.
I'm in the finals. I made it here for a reason, and then I'm just like, but if I don't win, whew, it's gonna feel so good
The
just to have the relief of
weight off.
yeah,
Yup.
not having to worry about running the league and prepping every week and doing all this other stuff, at least for a week or two. Um,
Yeah.
but anyways, with that being said, thank you very much for participating. Obviously, all of my coaches,
Absolutely.
thank you guys. I appreciate it. Obviously, wouldn't have been able to do it without you. I had no clue. I thought it was going to take me forever to get this league started and to get people to play in it. And like, I think maybe 2 weeks after or maybe a week and a half after I wrapped everything up to prep for the league and started advertising it, it was full. And I was like, this is crazy. There's this many people want to play in my draft league. That's nuts. Nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a big person in a community. I'm not like anything. I'm just a dude who like wanted to play Pokemon Draft. So obviously, thank you very much for participating. You won it all. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I imagine you'll be around for season two. Defend
Oh
your
yeah. I
crown.
mean, I have to. I gotta defend the title.
Amen.
Go
All
for
right.
back to back. You know.
Yeah, the two time.
Exactly.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you coming out for the interview.
For
Um,
sure.
I think it's something I haven't done mainly because I know like not a lot of people don't want to talk after they lose matches. Um,
This is true.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of tough to get people, and obviously, not to brag, but being 10-1 going into this match, it wasn't like I had a lot of who were going to
A
be,
lot of
yeah,
losing that you had done.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't had a lot of or a lot of people winning against me who were eager to tell me about their match. They're like, "Fuck you, you beat me." Um, but either way,
Yup.
getting to talk to you and just seeing how you felt about this season. Obviously, you're the top of the mountain. So, and it took you. It was a grind to get here. I mean, you were the
No,
sixth seed
facts.
coming in. You had to play Mandy, who was amazing, and then
Randy was great.
I threw you on to Vortex, who had a great season, and had a crazy a crazy match against you last time.
No, facts.
And so for you to get through all those, I mean, you played the three highest seeds to get to the finals, and you won. So congratulations! It's a
Thank you. Yeah.
great effort. Um, but yeah, thank you for the interview, and obviously I'll be seeing you around. Um, so yeah,
Heck yeah, man. Here's to season 2.
season two, baby.